Good morning. How is everybody this morning? It's Terrific Tuesday with Tom and hopefully Todd. There's a link if you might want to come in. Good morning, Miss Ping. How are you this great morning? It's cold here. It's 43 degrees. I'm ready to start looking for a place in Florida or Pennsylvania. Arizona. There's Toddrick. Good morning, Todd.
Hi,
How are you?
good. How are you?
I'm good, but I'm cold.
Why are you cold?
It's 43 degrees here.
Inside the house?
Outside the house, and it's just about as cold inside.
Don't you have a heater in your house?
Yeah, but I'm not turning it on.
Okay. Well, then suffer, you old geezer.
Good morning, Anissa. I really wish you'd change your name. I don't know who you are when I see that. Um, yeah, it's cold. I know it's not cold like Northern Yankee cold, but it's cold to me. That's because I'm old.
Uh,
So, how was everybody this morning? Ping, you got your usual 125 going out today? The thing with Arizona, though, Ping, good morning, Lag, is that they have scorpions and spiders, and that blows out half my family. Roberta doesn't do scorpions. Sergey doesn't do spiders. So I might just have to go by myself. Buy me a tiny house out there. I'll come home for Christmas, for Thanksgiving, Christmas. Have a room big enough for Oliver to stay. Well, that's still pretty good, isn't it, for just 2 pins? How about yourself, Todd? You got 50 going out today?
uh, no, I got, actually, some of yesterday's orders came in early, so they're already packed and gone, but, I've got 5 more to pack and ship. Hey, Jake.
Get all that packet done yet, Todd?
No,
Catch it up?
still got a little more to do.
Are you not quite caught up yet?
Oh, you mean from vacation?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're all done with that. I'm just this is a lot better than the last time we were gone a long time. It took my store like 2 weeks to recover, and store's been doing pretty good the last 3 or 4 days. So I'm like, okay.
Good, good. That's good to hear. Do you think it's because you've got it more stocked this time than last time with more good stuff?
I mean that could be because I've always said it ain't how you sell, it's what you sell.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
if you're trying to sell stuff that doesn't sell, then you're out of luck.
Right. I mean, nobody's going to buy it if they don't want it or at the price they want it. It doesn't matter what you do; it's not going to sell.
Right? So,
What gets me is that you put it, make offer, and they still don't make the offer. You know.
Oh,
Uh,
and hey, they just buy it. You mean?
no, they
Or
don't
they
buy
don't buy
it.
it?
Yeah,
Okay.
when they can
Yeah.
make an offer, if it's not what they want to pay, well, tell me what you want to pay, and maybe we can come to a meeting of the minds. Good morning, Lag. Good morning, Anissa. Good morning, Miss Ping. Good morning, Jabus. You were on a kolache run. What the hey is that? Good morning, Hanky. How are you this morning?
You don't know what a kolache is?
No idea. Good morning, Bum Crack.
Yes.
What is it? You gonna make me Google it?
Google it.
So what you out doing today?
I'm headed to a property that I manage, but I'm in the process of buying it.
Uh-huh.
And today is the appraisal, so I got to be there 5 minutes ago.
Uh-oh.
I mean, the appraiser will be there 5 minutes ago. I'll be there whenever I feel like it.
Well, that's what I was about to say. You know, you shouldn't have any say so in what the value of it is.
Right. They'll ask me some basic questions. They'll ask about the rent and maintenance and some basic stuff like that. But um, then they'll give the information to the bank, and then I have to pay for it. I have to
Right.
pay for the report.
Yeah. Usually all gets paid at.
Everybody gets paid, right?
Yeah.
We had an insurance adjuster out yesterday to look at the dents on my car, so see how that turns out. Maybe he'll give me a total and just buy me a brand new car. You think? Nah.
They might do the first part, but I doubt they'll do the second.
Yeah.
Do
So-
not forget to include the value when they make their offer. Add the value of what your car lost between not being wrecked and being wrecked. A lot of people forget to add that in there.
How do you even figure that? I guess, would that show up like on a Carfax report now that the car's been in an accident?
Once you,
Yes.
I don't know if it does now or when you had it repaired. I don't
Hmm.
know how that works.
Well, I
Morning,
probably
Mike.
won't trade that Highlander off until I'm dead, so. It's only got 80,000 miles on it, so it's still a new car, Toyota Highlander, so.
Yeah, you know, if depending on the year it is, you know, 150,000 miles is just getting broke in on some Toyotas. Some of them, the new ones, they don't last 50,000 miles before you having to do major work on them.
A Toyota?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh Lord, my son has been keeping up with that stuff because he's looking for a Toyota Tundra, a certain model, and he looked at one and he said, and it had like 130,000 miles on it, and I said that's kind of high miles. He says not for that truck with that engine. With that engine, he said,
Right.
people are getting 300 and 400,000 miles out of that engine.
Yep.
In that truck.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
And he said, now you go to the next year, and he says they're crap. And Toyota's apparently having problems with some of their transmissions right now, which I think
What year?
everybody is. Pardon me?
What year?
I think that it's the current ones he was talking about. They were having transmission problems.
Oh, okay. They may have changed something, possibly.
They're always changing something. And, you know, it's not, you know, Tara, she talks about the Dodge trucks having transmission problems. Well, they all have had transmission problems. It don't matter what brand it is.
Yeah.
I mean, people just don't take care of their vehicles and run them hard.
Well, and a lot of the information is not that clear about what you're supposed to do when. Either. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like you get to a dealership and they start telling, oh, you need to do this, this, and this. Well, you don't really know whether they're just trying to get you to do stuff or whether you really need it. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Well, that's
if you
one
dig really hard, you can maybe find it in the service manual if the dealership ever gave you the service manual.
Yeah.
But good luck finding that information on the internet.
You know, I'm gonna say this about our Mazda dealership, and if anybody's lives in the Charlotte metro area and they're looking for a Mazda, go to South Charlotte Mazda, because we took Roberta's car in there to get it inspected, and I said, well, while you got it in here, go ahead and service it. And the serviceman came back and said, we can service it if you want to, but you've still got 4,000 miles before you have to get it serviced. And I said, really? We put that few miles on it? He said, yeah. In 6 months, you've only put like 2,500 miles on it.
Hmm.
So, you know, and I said, well, we'll just wait then, because I need to have some tires put on it. So,
Right.
anyhow, it's amazing. But yeah, Todd, that Toyota, it still might be worth a lot of money even with it having been wrecked, just because of the Toyota brand, which is not as prevalent as it used to be. But then again, everybody used to buy a Honda. Everybody liked Hondas. Everybody wanted a Honda. Hondas were a good, dependable car. Now, not so much.
Speaking of Honda, somebody left a Honda on one of my properties, and yesterday I filed for an abandoned vehicle claim. So in 15 days, I go back to the DMV and say, "Hey, give me my car title."
Nice. So, what do you figure?
Now, granted, they've
what-
left it there for 4 months.
Yeah. What do you
Sorry,
figure that
what
car
was
is
that?
worth? What's the value of the car?
Probably $2,000. Probably about $2,000, maybe $3,000. It's a 2006 Honda Accord. It's probably worth $2,000 or so. It looks like it's been, reasonably maintained, best I can tell. I know why the car was left, but somebody just didn't appreciate a car they got,
Right.
and so it's been too much trouble for them to get it moved, I guess. So, well, guess what? You've got 15 days, and then you have 20 days, 20 more days after that.
Huh.
They're not coming back to
And
get it.
if nobody that has a claim to the car or a lien on the car, which I doubt that there is, the DMV will let me go get the title. They'll give me a clear title. Even if there was a lien, if no lien holder comes and gets the car, I will still have a free and clear title.
Well, do they notify the lien holder that?
They're required to attend by certified mail.
If they do come and get it, can you charge them a parking fee? Because they left it for.
I probably could, but I don't care.
Yeah.
I could care. I just don't care. It's not worth my while.
Is it not taking up that much room?
It's taking up a tenant's parking space, but whatever. I mean, the tenant doesn't seem to care. The tenant actually told them they can leave it sitting there for 3 weeks. They told them they would be back in 3 weeks, and so the tenant, the next door neighbor tenant to where they had lived, told, "Oh yeah, you can use one of my parking spaces for 3 weeks," and they actually left a key for it. They left a key with them.
Cool.
So as soon as that's mine, I'll go show him, "Hey, I now have a title. Give me the key, please."
Nice.
I've done that before. One other time, and I had to get it towed, and it was a Toyota, and I had to have it towed to the Toyota dealership so that they could make me a key, get me a key, or whatever.
Right.
That time, it cost me about $350. By the time I paid the DMV fees, the tow bill, to buy a new key and a new battery, about $350.
Just making a new key, they charge stupid money nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to look in your phone and look for a mobile key service.
Yeah, they're not too bad that way. But
we had some made for one of our vehicles, and the dealership was going to charge us $400 to make them, and this guy came out there and he made two for $80. and they
Hmm.
work just as good. The security stays activated like it's supposed to. You know,
Yep.
the keys are cheap.
It's the programming
Yeah,
and all that they have to do. Yeah, and they just charge you because they can.
yeah.
But I figure this car will probably cost me about 55. I think it's $55 in DMV fees. After that, it's mine. But again, they've had 4 months to get it. I'm tired of it sitting there. Um, and I have easy access to a key. So
There you go.
Do you? Can you? Let's put it that way. Can you just call a towing company and say, "Come get it," and if they, let them deal with it, and if they ever show up, say you need to go down to Joe's towing service. He's got it. Or do you want the
I
car?
assume I assume so. Yeah, I think so. I think that's possible. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just
But
saying.
then
You seem to be a busy. You
if
seem to
they
be a
don't come
very.
and get it, then Jake's going to have to pay the towing fee.
Nope. 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 I don't have to pay the towing fee.
No, if
Nope.
they have it,
They will sell the car.
yeah. Or
No, I
they'll
mean
part it out if it's a.
if they don't come and get it from the tow company.
No, once the towing
If they
company
never
takes
come,
it, it's theirs.
yeah, then the towing company would do the abandon process. Hey, I gotta go,
Oh,
guys. I got a call coming in.
Okay, go ahead,
okay.
make some money.
See you later.
So there's a lot more to being in real estate, being a tenant, landlord, than
Yep.
collecting rent. So, Mike, how are you this morning?
So
Yeah,
back to your topic. If you got stuff that nobody wants to buy, it doesn't matter if you got a make an offer button on it. Nobody wants toothbrush holders, so why put a make offer button on a listing?
yeah,
And
but it sometimes it's just I'm not paying that for that. I'd like to have that, but I'm not paying that price for it. And I think that and I think that's the reason some people get these low. They talk about I got a $5 offer on it. Well, sometimes people are being asses, and sometimes they're just trying to see if you will bite at it.
and what's wrong with that? I have absolutely no problem with low ball offers.
It gives you
Uh,
someplace to work from.
yeah, I mean they're a potential buyer. If somebody offers me $5 for a $200 item, I'll just say I'll sell it to you for 190. Here's your offer.
Yeah.
I'll just I just keep making counter offers until they go away or they buy it. It's
Well,
that is not a problem. I don't see why
no,
people get so annoyed with low ball offers. It doesn't take 2 seconds to counter offer. You
yeah.
know.
And some people, well, let's see if this silver hair stacker guy will take a bite on this because he needs to fund his poker game this month. You know what I mean? If a person that's selling has a need for some cash, they're liable to take something just because that's $10 more or whatever towards their goal that they need to make rent, pay their car insurance, keep the power bill on, buy some food for your kids to eat.
Yeah. It doesn't annoy me in the slightest. I Anissa gets annoyed with it. I don't know. That never has bothered me because I've made low ball offers. I'll be at an estate sale. Would you take $5 for that $200 clock? No. Okay. No harm, no foul.
Yeah, Ken hates low ball offers, but Ken hates everything.
You hate them.
Love you, Ken.
And that's more traffic on your item. It might accidentally raise it in the some. Two people could be looking at it, and if they see offers coming in from another person, they may buy it faster.
I've had people make offers on stuff, and while I'm trying to respond to the damn offer, somebody else buys it.
Absolutely.
Does that trigger like something in the algorithm? Um,
I don't know. Can another buyer see that there's an offer on the item that they're interested in?
I don't know. I was just wondering if because there's some activity on it, it pushes it into, pushes it out there more. Like somebody's been looking for toothbrush holders, and they haven't seen your listing, but all of a sudden, because this activity's on it, it pushes it out there.
So thanks for answering my question, James. He says, yes, another buyer can see that an offer's been made for the item.
Oh, really?
So bring on the low ball offers, man. I don't,
Yeah.
doesn't bother me a bit.
Didn't know that, James. Thank you. I'm gonna give you a little. I'm gonna put you. I'm gonna give you a gold star, and I'm gonna move you over to the gold star area. Um,
Oh, and eBay even sends a notice to other. Well, there you go. Bring on the low ball offers, man.
yeah,
I'll take all I
absolutely.
can get.
Because somebody might have been, they're on the watch list, and they see there's some activity. Well, they might decide that they'd rather go ahead and get the item at the price you're asking for, than then let it go to somebody else. Because I've never had anybody make an offer and then I've sold it to somebody else that made an offer. It's always been I've sold it to a person that saw the listing and bought it at the listing price. What's my shirt say? It says Billionaire. It's from a gang. Their currency is bells.
Okay.
That's what it is.
So I got suspended from Facebook Marketplace.
Why?
You know that knife that eBay took down for being a switchblade that isn't a switchblade?
Yeah.
I guess Facebook also thinks it's a switchblade. Here it is. If this is a switchblade, I'll kiss your ass. There's no spring assist. There's no
So
fast draw.
have you reached out to Facebook? I made the
No,
joke. Is there a knives.com?
I
If
don't
there's
know.
not, Lag, you need to get off some of that damn money you got stashed away down in the basement and start knives.com.
What the heck? I mean, that is not a switchblade. If you looked at the pictures on the listing, you would be able to tell that it's not a switchblade.
I've never seen a switchblade,
So,
and I could be wrong. So, if I'm wrong, please call me out on it. I've never seen a switchblade that wasn't sleek and got about an 8-inch blade, straight blade on it. You know, I've never seen a switchblade that looked like that. Now, I'm not saying they don't make them, and if they do, please let me just say, yeah, they do, Tom, and I'll say, okay. But I've just never seen a switchblade that wasn't like, sleek and cut you from toe to chin in a one swipe.
so anyway, I wonder how long a suspension lasts on Facebook if you don't say anything to them.
Do you sell a lot of money? I'm selling a lot on them.
Not a lot. I like selling really big stuff on there, like if, yeah, if I get something really big.
Like a refrigerator. I mean, not a fridge, like a mini fridge or something like that that you happen to get.
Well, I get,
It's stuff that's just is a bitch to the ship.
yeah, I've got a couple of like wooden military foot lockers, and I was going to put them on Facebook, but now I can't.
Yeah.
You know, the size is standard size military wood foot locker. I got 2 of them that came with the last buy I did. So, do suspensions on Facebook Marketplace time out, or let me just Google that. How long does a Facebook Marketplace suspension last? Let's see.
No, we donated the ice machine Kent to a church, and those kids have used the hell out of it. Like I know there's probably a knives.com, but I'm just saying, a website that deals with knives that knows what the hell they're selling. And if there is a knives.com, a real website, that's probably the case.
Okay, the AI says a Facebook Marketplace suspension can last from a few days to a permanent ban. Well, thanks for the clear information.
Did they tell you in your
Depending on the violation, most temporary bans range from 3 to 30 days, while permanent bans are issued for severe repeated violations of community standards. The duration often depends on the severity and frequency of the infractions, and you may be able to appeal the decision. I don't know. I've never tried to appeal a suspension on Facebook Marketplace, but Lag says he thinks they're permanent.
you know, I wonder sometimes if Craigslist is still around because they're like the wild, wild west. Unless you're selling something blatantly illegal or that kind of stuff,
And Anissa says they're not permanent.
they can list them. I mean, people listed over on it, and I wonder if that's the reason they stay. They stay
Now,
existing.
the notice did not say it's a permanent ban. It says suspension. So maybe they'll lift it a little later.
Anissa says it should say Todd like 3 days, 7 days, etc.
It did not. It just says you're suspended.
Yeah, Craigslist is still around. I was looking at some freebies last night. There's a boy that used to cut our grass that lives a couple of streets over, and I was talking to his dad, and he said that because the boy's got his driver's license now, it used to be his dad had to haul him around. This boy goes around and gets all the free stuff, like free mini refrigerators and stuff like that, and then lists them on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. And
Really, they took. I don't even have the icon for Facebook Marketplace at the top of Facebook anymore. They took that off. I can't list something else.
Sue says, I was told by Facebook that my vintage Tommy sweater with tags were counterfeit, and I got it taken down. It seems like I wouldn't be able to sell anymore, but then I was. Try in a few days, she said.
Okay. The way they worded it, I don't think it's permanent. I appealed the knife with eBay when they took it down, but eBay just took it down. They didn't suspend me.
www.
Anyway, it's just annoying as hell because it's not a switchblade. That annoys me a hell of a lot worse than getting a lowball offer.
If you type knives.com, it goes to sportsman.com.
So I can get a new Facebook account just by getting a new email address. It says Jabus. Was that bad? No. Baseball. Facebook thinks this is a switchblade. And it's not. It's a manual open. I sell a lot of knives. And this is not a switchblade. In fact, there's hundreds of knives exactly like this in different styles by the same company, Spyderco, on eBay right now. Why they took mine down, I don't know.
You know, how do people tell it's fake? If it's got, let's go back to the Tommy Hilfiger or the Nike. If it's got all the labels in it it's supposed to have, and I know there's things like double stitching and things like that that make a difference, but if everything's in place, how do they say it's fake? Because you don't have a receipt where you bought it from a daggum Tommy Hilfiger shop or a Coach shop or a Louis shop or a Nike shop.
I bet somebody reported it. Some asshole reported their item as being counterfeit. Right, James?
What do you say? Well, not scrolling fast enough.
Facebook really took me down because I was trying to fence stolen French jewelry from the Louvre.
Yeah.
Because the corporation wanted your listing down.
Why?
You know, I get being careful, but anyway.
With that, I don't know. I guess that would just cause more work. But at the bottom of that notification you got, it should be click here to appeal or to question ruling or whatnot.
eBay's did, but Facebook didn't.
It's that damn AI.
Let me
You
see if
know,
yeah,
it thinks it knows everything.
it's a bot.
Yeah. Well, all the AIs are going to bots. I mean, all the bots are going to AI. One of my buddies is HR director at a pretty big company here in Charlotte, and he was talking about a sales crew came in and was trying to get them to subscribe to their phone bot, instant messaging bot, whatever, and it's all AI based. And he said they gave him a link to a one of their sites, so you know they can test it and whatnot. And he said that his VP sent a couple of messages to the bot, and the bot started talking about making cherry pies. I mean, not they didn't literally start talking about making cherry pies, but you know the question was about finance, and it was like way out yonder on the changing the oil filter on a 19 or 2008 Saturn Outlook, you know. So, needless to say, they didn't get that sale. Chad has all the answers. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, not
on the
necessarily through
notice
the
it
email
says,
text. You know, it could be a link inside of Facebook. You know, actually a link inside of Facebook.
it says I can request a review to restore your access to Marketplace, but if it's just going to be reviewed by another bot, then what's the point? Because it's just going to agree, like eBay's. It's just going to be the same deal. But whatever. And yeah, Mike, Spyderco is a good brand. This is about a $45 knife. See a little spider on there. I can save it for my April garage sale, but
Well, first of all, when you click on any link inside anything, even that says Wachovia.com and you bank with Wachovia.com, if there's a link in it, you always hover over the link to see what the link says. If it's got a bunch of bullshit code in the link, then you don't click on it. If it says Wachovia.com,
yeah, I need to just send it to Jabus for Christmas. That's right.
yeah. I've tried to get Mom off eBay. She's 86. The jelly beans are rolling off her table.
Off of Facebook. My mom still has her Facebook up. She's been dead for over 4 years. She got a bunch of heavenly birthday wishes on her birthday in August. Jelly beans are rolling off her table.
A friend of mine that passed away a couple of weeks ago, her Facebook page was still up, and I sent her daughter a message saying, you need to close her Facebook page.
Why?
Why? Because there's people out there that doesn't know she's dead, and people can hack it. There's a Thomas B. Hucks out there on Facebook, which was my old Facebook page. It got hacked, and I never could get it back. So, and it's still got pictures, and I've talked to Facebook about the fact that, it's got my personal pictures on it and whatnot. And I want them to take them down. Well, we can't do that. Fuck you.
No knives on Facebook? Like even a kitchen knife set or something like that? No knives on Facebook.
Facebook Marketplace.
Bunch of... Who runs Facebook? Are they just a bunch of anti-knife people? How am I going to cut my bread if I ain't got a knife? What about a cutlery set? That's got butter knives in it. What about a grilling set? That's got a knife in it. It's just stupid.
Whoever said you can't sell knives on Facebook Marketplace, I'm gonna have to say no. Because I just typed knife in the search engine, and it's coming up with, here's pocket knives, here's kitchen knives, here's $1,500 knife sets. So, and there's some Virginia. Here's a knife set. Monroe, North Carolina is a knife set. So, they're discriminating against you, Todd.
Yeah. That's absolutely happening. Yep. You can't ship any kind of knife internationally. I have eBay international shipping on all of my knives. Maybe I should change those.
Yeah, James. But you know what? People can use anything for a damn weapon.
I sold a knife to Ireland one time about 5, 6 years ago, and it got uh, absconded with at customs or whatever, and eBay paid off the seller and let me keep my money.
Wow, that's nice. Yeah, I was just looking at some stuff on there, Javis, and it was that's local. And I'm thinking, dang, you might could flip that on eBay if you list it.
The international buyer will be blocked from being able to pay. Bum, 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 bum.
Let's see.
Sometimes I think might be better just to just become a smuggler
You go right ahead. We will send you cakes at Christmas time in prison.
instead of a reseller. Just become a smuggler. Anyone interested in sealed Pokemon? What, cards or?
Probably so.
My son likes Pokemon cards. He showed me a picture of a $700 card he was fixing to get graded.
Dang.
So,
Of course, Lag, he's coming out of the closet, out of the basement. What do you get? Wanting to know what kind of cards baseball's got.
yeah, is it cards? Is it figurines? Is it
Probably
video
since he said
games?
since he said sealed, it's probably cards, a pack of cards.
James, you collect the 70s Pokemon?
Have they been around that long?
Lag starts the bidding at 150.
Honestly, didn't realize. Now I know some of their anime has been around since the '60s, but I did not know the Pokemon cards had been around that long.
I remember when the boys were little, Pokemon was there, and David's 38, so that would be the late 80s, right? Around 1990. I don't remember Pokemon before that.
Okay, I didn't think so, but I wasn't sure.
No, I haven't seen that, Mike.
Because
No.
like Magic the Gathering cards, I know they were real big in the 1990s. Because we had friends as kids were big into that, and they're still going strong.
Man, that thing went down faster than Beanie Babies fidget spinners.
Yeah.
Those got real popular real fast, and then everybody started making them, and the price just tanked.
Yeah, you can print them on 3D printers now. I've got a box of them around here somewhere from old vendors that would come by, coffee cup, fidget spinner.
First Pokemon movie.
So, James, I couldn't tell you if you're lying to me or not because I know nothing about any of the card games. We did play, and I got like 2 boxes of those things around here somewhere. Um, Legend of the Four Rings or Five Rings or something of that sort. That shit's just too complicated for me.
Bum, 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 bum.
Keeping up with all the points and stacking cards to get higher points, and you play this card and then you put armor on top of it and it raises its hit points up and all this kind of it's just too complicated.
Then what was it? 5 years ago they started that Pokemon Go, and
No, I
man,
played that.
it just brought the craze back again, right?
Yeah, and they're bringing back Pokemon Go 2. Oh, really? Was James? Um,
Bum, bum, bum.
I had a friend that was a math. Well, I still have a friend that's she's a math teacher, elementary math school teacher, and one day a week they did play games that was math related. You know, it might be if you wanted to bring in Pokemon cards, and a group of boys wanted and girls wanted to sit down and play it. They played, but if she walked up and said, "Explain to me the stack of cards you got here," they had to explain that this stack right here now has hit points of 75 because they got a 25. They got a 25 base card, and then they've got 5 cards on top of it that adds so many points per card, and
Man,
these were like fourth graders. You know, I mean, really.
boy, crypto, gold, and silver are getting smashed this morning.
What is it?
Which one?
All of it.
Uh,
When you say crypto, you're talking about Bitcoin?
yeah. Bitcoin's down like 2.5% this morning. Gold is down like 6% this morning. Craziness. Of course, gold and silver were way up. It's still kind of up as far as relative figures go, but gold and silver are taking a big hit this morning.
Sorry, I was checking something here. I was just seeing what the value of like 65 quarters were with 90% silver.
Silver's down $3 an ounce this morning. That's just crazy. Because it had been on a huge bull run. So, trying to keep up with gold and silver is getting as bad as trying to keep up with eBay.
We've moved some silver and gold coins over into Oliver. Sorry, Beard. No, I'm not, Lag. When you're talking about card games, no. These games are just too much work. You got to think too much. Um, but little kids, I say little kids, elementary school age kids love them. And junior high, middle school, junior high, whichever you got in your area, and high schools, they usually have clubs.
Yeah, it depends on where you sell it, Lag. But it's up so much, you can even sell it below spot and still make a lot of profit.
Like, Todd's never going to sell his gold and silver. He's going to leave it to Gwen. And Gwen's going to sell his silver and gold.
Yeah, probably.
Because, and as it stands right now, he's not going to have any grandchildren to leave it to. So,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I don't know anything, like I said, I don't know anything about these card games. Like Magic the Gathering, or cards from like 1990, we got married in 95, so let's say 1995. Are they still relevant in what Magic the Gathering is playing now? For you Magic the Gathering players, followers, sellers, whatever. Does that make any sense? Or are those cards too weak to play in what they're playing with now, or have they completely been phased out? Just wondering. Depends on the card. Yep. Lag, it's instantly liquid.
I'll be right back. Gwen
Go
said,
ahead.
come and get your breakfast.
As long as it's still being collected. So how's everybody else's sales been this week? I mean, I know it's only Tuesday. Scott, you still there? Bearded picker, bearded picker, bearded picker. Did you how's the 300-day listings going? And how's that affecting your sales? Water sales? And I made an offer to a Walgreens, a Goodwill manager yesterday. I told him I'd buy every CD and DVD they've got in the building for 30 cents each, cash. She said, I got to think about it. I got to talk to my DM. She said, if it was up to me, I would say, yeah, get this shit out of here. And that was her exact words. She said, now you might know, we got about 2,000 in Gaylords back there in the back, don't you? I said, I don't care. There's this bloke down in Alabama that I need to knock out of the CD business. I'm just joking on that, Scott, if you're listening. And then all three of my sons would have a pile of CDs and DVDs that they need to start scanning or taking pictures of. Because List Easier is magnificent. Um, I don't think that's in his diet, like, even though I would love to have some pancakes. Some nice, fluffy pancakes with lots of butter and with lots of Aunt Jemima syrup on them. And about 6 strips of bacon. Doesn't that sound like a wonderful breakfast? Todd,
What?
Lag wants to know if you having pancakes.
Eggs and fried taters and bacon.
That's not bad. If I'm having sunny side up eggs, I need grits. And a ribeye only later in the day. I don't like that much meat early in the morning. Just some bacon, sausage. That's good. Maybe a strip of ham. Ugh. Crispy. I can take the crispy hash browns, but I don't want no gravy on it. No, sir. No, thank you. If I'm going to have gravy, I want sausage gravy on top of biscuits. I eat ribeye 3 times a week. Well, I'm glad you do, James. It's just, I mean, I could eat it for dinner, but not early in the morning. That's just too much. Well, get your husband to cook for you, see?
I suppose there's no difference in bacon and a ribeye. I mean, it's meat.
No, but it's just the quantity of it.
Oh,
Not having I don't want to. I like a few strips of bacon or a few pieces of sausage or a strip of ham, slice of ham. Early in the morning. I don't want a whole lot of meat. No, I think I won't, James. I'm not really in. I mean, I Waffle House food's okay. It's restaurant food, quick, greasy, but it's usually bacon and eggs and toast. Are you on the carnivore diet, James? I tried that. That made me feel funky. About 2 weeks, I ate nothing but carnivore, and I did not feel right. My doctor said, not. He said, okay, if you don't feel right, then don't eat. Do it. I didn't even know they made Fortnite trading cards. I've got a box full of that's got unopened Harley cards, 1960s Star Trek cards, some very early, like 70s garbage can kids or garbage patch kids, whatever it is, in a box somewhere. Oh, I don't eat. I'm not a big pickled eater. I like pickles on burgers and deli sandwiches. I don't eat them out of the jar, unless I'm on a fishing boat off the coast of or a dive boat off the coast out in the ocean, because the vinegar settles your stomach if you get nauseous.
yeah, Tom is garbage patch like garbage pail, like Mike says.
Is it garbage pail? I don't remember what it is. I haven't looked at those in that box in years. Yeah, like I said, I don't have to have bread, but I need some vegetables, some vegetables. Looks amazing what is with the spell check today. Oh, do you really? Cool. So, anywho, it's 10 o'clock and I got stuff to do. Stuff I don't want to do. I got to call my mom and fuss at her.
Why are you fussing at your mom?
Because this year at Thanksgiving, my older brother and I and our wives decided that if my mom would host Thanksgiving, we would bring all the food. I don't have a stamp collection, Texas. Um, and honestly, we're going to have our part catered. I mean, really. We'd go out and get it and then take it down there. She and my younger brother have decided that no, we're not going to do that. So, fine. She's still not cooking. I don't care what she does. If she starts cooking, I'm leaving. Because as long as I can remember, she's always fixed a big Thanksgiving dinner, and we want to stop it. We just need her house because she can seat 12 people at her dining room table.
So you would leave your mom over her cooking?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's time the old lady realizes that she needs to idle back. She needs to sit around and play with her great grands and her grandkids and let us take it. Oh, you have a mom that you don't want cooking? My mom's an amazing cook. I mean, really. Amazing. But, she needs to take a day off. I don't care what it is. Y'all take advantage of your kids, your parents. I'm not. I don't know whether she feels like she's got to be needed. I mean, it makes her feel needed. I just want her to enjoy the day, talk to people. Usually, she's up to her elbows in cooking on Thanksgiving. So my brothers and I are having a meeting, and we're going to divvy up what everybody needs to bring, and we're going to and so everything's brought in. If it needs to be warmed up, we'll warm it up. Otherwise, there ain't no industrial cooking going on. But she always, you're right. She loves doing it. But she always talks about she never has time to talk to people. So this year we decided she can go sit her butt down in a chair in the den with all her loving grands and great grands and enjoy the day. My mom is 91. She don't act like she's 91. And she doesn't look like she's 91. No, Lord, no, Texas. My mom gets out the good china on Thanksgiving and Christmas. And this china she bought when we lived on Laurel Avenue, so I was like 6 years old. So this stuff is old, old, old. Because as you know, I'm old, old, old. No, I don't want to. That's just the point, Jabez. We don't want to have to mess with a lot of cooking in the kitchen. You know, we want to have a day. We want to have a day of just eating and relaxing and talking to everybody that we don't, because we don't get to see them a lot. She did tell me she wanted to go to Switzerland. Never heard her talk about wanting to go to Switzerland. All of a sudden, she wants to go to Switzerland. So I guess we'll be going to Switzerland next year. I might have to call Gwen, and since y'all been to Switzerland, and get her to arrange everything.
It's pretty cool.
Honestly, Jabus, after my mom goes, everybody will probably do their own thing. I will have my kids, Larry will have his kids, Terry will have his kids. I can do that, Lag. I know a caterer that will deliver, set up, and serve on Thanksgiving Day. But that's not what we're talking about. We're just talking about bringing food in, warming up what needs to be warmed up, setting it out on the buffet, and let everybody go to it. No, she's not a pain in the ass. I just don't want her to have to work like she always does. Ask Sue. Ask Sue what? Sue is a lovely lady. And I bet if her kids say, we're having Thanksgiving and Christmas catered, she'd say, amen, brother. Sounds good to me. And as everybody knows, when you when your kids start getting married or have fiancés, everything gets complicated. Back before we had kids, Roberta and I would go spend Christmas Eve with my mother and father-in-law. We'd get up, have breakfast with them, open gifts, and then we would drive 2.5 hours to my mother and father's house. And then we'd have lunch and open gifts with them. Every year till Sergey came along. Hey, Swamp. How are you? So it gets complicated. It's not bad. I mean, it's not bad complicated. It just gets complicated. And then you have kids, and everybody wants, their kids. I told Roberta when the times come, we will have dinner at 5 o'clock on Christmas Day or Christmas evening. Then we can put out the candles and all that kind of stuff. That way our kids can get up with their kids and do Christmas at their house, open presents, get dressed, and then come to our house for dinner. And then we'll open up more presents. Yeah, I guess. But that's just the opinion of me. My opinion. And we were trying to do something nice, and all of a sudden they've changed the plans. So I've got to scold her. Families are complicated. Let's get more complicated. If there's a divorce and remarriage is involved, just say it. Oh, absolutely, Jabus. Absolutely. We've got friends that are divorced, and they have kids from their first spouse, and then they get remarried and they have kids by their second spouse, and they're all trying to get, make the holidays work. And the first spouse has kids by a second marriage, so it just gets real complicated. I'm trying to think of that little clip that beard plays when he's harassing me.
Phil's bringing the little Debbie's.
The Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes are out. So anyway, that's my rant for today. On a happy note, get everything listed. Todd, send Facebook a question about the knife.
Yeah, I'll just wait until the suspension is over.
Yeah. Javis, a buddy of mine, his mother has money, and she must be 90 years old now. 99. She's old, older than my mom, and her Christmas dinner, her Christmas events were like production numbers. Like she was trying to keep their daughter-in-laws in place, to put it mildly. Everything had to be just so. The decorations were so. And they always ate in the evening. So a lot of time when I was in high school, we'd do our thing, and then after dinner and the family started doing other things, I would run over to his house and go have Thanksgiving dinner again or Christmas dinner again. And I had to wear a a sport coat, and a necktie to this thing.
What?
And I'm like, oh my God, is the queen showing up? No, Christmas dinner was always a formal event. You wore a jacket and tie. And Mickey's younger brother, who was quite a bit young, let's see, we'd have been 17. His younger brother must have been about 9. His grandma told him to go put on his tie. So he comes back. This kid comes back. He's in a pair of his briefs, sandals, his sport coat, and a regular necktie that's he's got around his neck. No shirt, no pants. Grandma just about had a cow.
Phil, you
Mama
haven't
just about
worn
had a
socks in 4 years.
I was sociable when I was young. My best friends in high school, we were like brothers, literally closer than my actual brothers. So
How
we
do you,
wandered from, which was all good for our parents because my 3 friends would show up and my dad would decide he wanted to clean up the shop. So, or I'd go down to Mickey's house and his grandfather and grandmother, who they lived with, would say, "We need to go clean out the horse barn." So that was good and bad. Anyway, I
how do
got
you
to go
keep your
now.
feet from getting cold, Phil?
Yeah. Yeah, and you're old. You're older than Todd. You really need to be wearing socks.
Phil's not older than me. What?
For 4 months, Slags, I can imagine that. Really, why? You're never on camera. So anyhow, everybody get out there and make something happen today. Look for Scott's show tomorrow. I know he'll have some intellectual moment tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be gone in the morning. I got eye appointment.
That's right. You said you had the eye appointment. Well, hope everything's okay. You gotta watch out for when you get to be older persons like us. I've got an appointment next week to have mine checked because I can't. I've gotten to the point that if it gets dark, dusky dark, I can't read squat. So I got to have that checked. And my reading small print is just going out the flipping window. So my appointment's next week. Anyhow, make it a day. Go out and do something. Get all your crap listed. Thank you, Todd, for coming in here. I really appreciate it. It was hard doing it by myself while you were gone. Thank you, everybody, for coming in from the chat. And we'll see you the next time. Bye.
Bum, 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 bum.
All right, Todrick.
We're still live.
I'm